Hi, I'm Angeline M. Ramos, and the invention that I picked in the medieval period was paper money. So let me discuss it to you. First, paper money was introduced in medieval China in the late 10th century during the rule of the Song dynasty. This Chinese paper money printed on a dark blue-gray paper made from mulberry bark had a very large size, which is 34 by 20 centimeter. The note's appearance was very uniform and almost did not change over the several centuries. The development of paper money during the Song dynasty is due to shortage of metal coins and practical difficulties in using bronze coins. But before that, people used other systems to perform exchanges, like goods and services were exchanged through bartering or using commodities like salt, cattle, or grains, as well as heavy and cumbersome strings of metallic coins. These coins are known as the earliest form of money, which is also from China from the 11th century BCE. These metal coins are whether made from copper, silver, gold, or other metals that have been used across the globe as units of trade and value. This paper money leaves an impact to the society which provide advantages such as convenient way of conducting different transactions. Traders don't need to carry all the heavy metal coins when traveling over long distances. Aside from that, coins that are made from coppers and iron will be conserved to make another objects. Overall, paper money helped the society of the medieval period manage its growing wealth. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Angela. The invention that I have chosen during the medieval period is the eyeglasses. The most common purpose of eyeglasses is used to correct or improve many types of vision problems. It consists of a frame which holds two pieces of glass which have been ground into the lenses to correct the refractive errors. Refractive errors can include trouble seeing far away and trouble seeing close up. It includes blurring due to an irregular shape of cornea. Eyeglasses work by adding or subtracting focuses power to eye's cornea and lens. Are you excited to know the impact of eyeglasses in the society during the medieval period? So let's go. I am gonna share with you all the events that happened during the medieval period. The medieval age was very invented period. During that period, one of the things that invented was the eyeglasses. The eyeglasses needed to be invented to further the world's development as a whole. Furthermore, had eyeglasses not been invented, a variety of other inventions would most likely not have been created. Like for example, some inventions created due to the eyeglasses inventions, including the telescope, binoculars, and microscopes, and etc. The capability of eyes in the Middle Ages lessens once the wearer turned into 30. Furthermore, the average lifespan of a person living in the medieval Europe rested at approximately 46 years. This being said, the majority of people of this time would need eyeglasses for roughly 16 years of his or her existence. Altogether, this invention enlarges the overall condition of existence in the Middle Ages. In addition, the eyeglasses become more popular trope for art and artists during the medieval period. The earliest recorded depiction of eyeglasses in art is that of Thomas de Modena, who painted a series of portraits with eyeglasses in 1352. After that, other painters and artists also began using characters wearing eyeglasses in their works.
What is printing press? Printing press is a machine that enables the production of printed matter, primarily text in the form of books, pamphlets, and newspapers, to produce text in the fastest way. It can produce printed materials that is useful for spreading information and helps to communicate to other people. How it was invented and who invented it? Movable type printing was already in practice in Europe before Gutenberg's invention in the 15th century. But the genius of Gutenberg lay in refining movable type printing and making it more efficient than ever before. Gutenberg came up with the idea of the new type of printing press in 1440. In the next few years, he brought together the funds needed to set up his own press, which became operational by 1450. In 1452, Gutenberg undertook the first major printing project on his new press, that of printing the famous 42-line Bible. This publication effectively heralded the beginning of the printing revolution. Gutenberg experienced in metalwork, goldsmithing, gem polishing, and later as a publisher and printer as well. It was a drawing on his vast skill set that Gutenberg endeavored to create a printing press that was more rapid. He did this by inventing a system where he could utilize the existing printing equipment in all new way. In doing so, he used a type metal alloy and forecasting type used hand mold. The molds he used were easily adjustable. The inks utilized were far more durable and has used a movable type that was mechanical and easier to use. What's the impact of this invention? During medieval period, the production of materials that involves text so slow because it was manually crafted and able to produce text in books, leather, parchment. A lot of the press, books, which had to be printed, required a lot of labor and took a lot of time to make, essentially limiting the use of books to the rich and wealthy. You need to wait for a day and able to finish a material. But when printing press invented, it brought a big change to the society during medieval period. The production of textbooks for the students became rapid than before, so it became more accessible in different countries. The writing of some famous artists also came into life, which spread into different places.
I'm Elrose Rael, and this is one of the invention that was created in medieval period, and it's called mechanical clock. Mechanical clocks were invented in Europe around the beginning of 14th century and were the main timekeeping technology until 1656, when the pendulum clock was produced. Many elements came together over time to give us the modern timekeeping devices that we have today. Examine the evolution of those elements as well as the cultures that aided their development. It was first used in monasteries at the time of their inception. They were commonly used to keep track of hours for daily prayers, to assist monks in calculating solar and lunar eclipses, and to accurately estimate the feast days. Mechanical clocks began to be employed in secular enterprises and buildings such as castles, courthouses, council chambers, and around the middle of 15th century. The mechanical clock was most likely created as a scientific instrument for driving a model of the universe, and not only natural philosophers but also kings, nobles, and other members of elite society were fascinated by clocks as a scientific instrument.
Hi everyone, my name is Nemia Voldemoro. Name of invention is spinning wheel. Purpose and use: early machine for spinning fiber into thread or yarn, which was then fashioned into cloth on a loom. Though its origins are unknown, the spinning wheel was most likely originated in India. During the European Middle Age, it made its way to Europe via the Middle East. Individual fibers were taken from a mass of wool held on a stick, or distaff, twisted together to form a continuous thread, and coiled on a second stick, or spindle, in the previous process of this hand spinning. The operation was first mechanized by mounting the spindle horizontally in bearings and rotating it with cable surrounding a big hand-driven wheel. The distaff, which was bearing the bulk of fiber, was maintained in place. The distaff was held in the left hand, the mass of fiber in the right, and the wheel was slowly turned with the right. The required twist was achieved by holding the fiber at an angle of the spindle. Impact of the invention in society during the medieval period. The invention of the spinning wheel revolutionized yarn production, resulting in improved productivity and the growth of a booming medieval textile industry. As a result, forces were set in action that would provide the ideal setting for the Renaissance to begin. Finally, the spinning wheel would assist medieval women improve their economic and social status. That's all. Thank you.
So hello guys, my name is Jana Angelo Santiago. So for today's video, we will tackle about the word compass. So before we start, I have two questions that we need to answer. The first one would be the what is the purpose of compass and also the uses of that. And the second one is what is the impact of compass during the medieval period. So without further ado, let's start it. Compass is a tool, a navigation tool that determines the direction. It is one of the most significant navigational instrument. The most well-known type compass is the magnetic compass. So this is the picture of the magnetic compass. So let's talk more about magnetic compass. So the magnetic compass have become so common that the same name is compass. The notion of how this type of compass work has stayed the same through. So despite of substantial changes in form of construction, magnetic compass are made of rotating magnetized needles that align with the earth magnetic field, which is the magnetic north, south, east, and west. So the second question is what is the impact of compass in medieval period? So in medieval period, it's so mahirap. It's so mahirap na makapag-travel around the world. So the compass is the important tool to navigate through navigation. So this compass is particularly a technique of navigating over the seas. So because way back the medieval period, though the main transportation will be the ship, the barco, that's it. Led to invention of compass. So the compass is made because of this. That's why we said that the compass made the ship move accurately because of this. So I have an example. So ship in Mediterranean used to stop operating between October and April before the discovery of compass. So way back, so here we go again. Way back Mediterranean era, so period, the before the invention of before the invention of compass, ships in Mediterranean are used to stop between October and April. So shipping's movement would start in late January, last until December once compass and other navigational advancements are made. So because of the advancement of compass and other navigational tool, so mas napadali. You know, mas napadali because of the compass and navigational tool. So this had a major impact on the trade of wealthy merchant cities and nations such as Venice. So, mas napadali yung transaction which is